What are we doing, Josh?
Just continuing to work on our walk.
Another walk with Bailey. We've got Bailey out first. Finally, some nice weather.
Oh, I know. You know, I just love the walk because it's just the best, one of the best leadership exercises, you know, to be able to go out into the world and choose where you're going and have the dog following, which he's doing a good job following. Right?
Yeah, he actually looks pretty good. What you didn't see, though, is us getting him ready. Approaching the crate,
right.
Putting the collars on, having him be calm, waiting for permission to come out of the crate, coming out calmly, waiting at the threshold to come out of the yard. Those are all really important steps to do and not skip any before you even make it out to your walk.
Absolutely, good point. I want to check the mail.
Oh, so Josh will use the mailbox to sort of put context to a stay command. So he'll probably tell Bailey to stay and then he'll leave and go check the mailbox. You know, something that people would probably really do with their dogs. And it just kind of puts that into context instead of asking him to stay for no reason. And if we really wanted to get specific with it, we could ask him to sit or down. But
yeah, I'm gonna
right now,
down.
Beautiful.
Good dog.
Beautiful. The only reason he's like 90% down, not all the way committed. So there we go. The only reason this looks good is because he is trying and he actually cares. It can look really messy if we bring a dog out here and they're just not committed to listening, because what we're asking them to do honestly is so simple. Like literally walk nice, stay, lay down, right? So easy. So easy. You know, these dogs are very smart, but even the dogs that are not so intellectually smart, they get these concepts, and if they're trying, they're going to get it right. Now Josh is going to do probably a recall. There's a recall with the beep and then go right into heel. Ooh, going over grass is hard, especially for the spaniels. They love to put their noses down and follow scents. So when we talk about heel, it means that your dog is following you on the left side and slightly behind. And if they leave that position, they're not in heel anymore. And that includes nose to the ground. So we don't want to allow sniffing in heel. They can sniff to their heart's content when on break, but not in heel. Sniffing in heel is like texting while driving, writing notes in class. You know, how could you possibly be paying attention to the command if you're distracted? So sniffing in heel is going to lead to pulling, dragging, barking. You'd be surprised how quick it goes once you start to allow little stuff. So Josh is working on his behavior when he stops. We want him to stop with us and not curl around, not go ahead. So we're just working on relevance when we change our speed or come to a stop. We want the dog to stop with us, and that's what he's training right now. Beautiful. Good job. And then he told him to stay. This time he chooses himself to lay down. That's a good boy. Imagine the practicality of this. If, you know, you're walking your dog and you see somebody else, you need to stop and check your phone. You can stop and put your dog in a stay and they actually listen. Imagine that.
And this is exactly how you would practice it too.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be, you know, I just went over there and played with the tree. You know, you can come up with anything, but the point is you pick a spot where you're walking, you walk there, put the dog in a stay, you go and either really do something, or I'd recommend in the beginning,
Pretend.
just pretend to do something.
The dog doesn't know the difference.
While paying attention to the dog, so that you get your practice in. When the dog makes a mistake, it's not a real life situation, and you get to build relevance in your relationship by kind of practicing these things, setting them up like this. The other dog doesn't know the difference. He doesn't know whether I'm just doing human stuff in his eyes, right? So now I'm going to pick him back up, meaning I'm going to put him back in heel, and we're going to go somewhere else. And this whole bit of exercise that we did is just from the minute he came out of his kennel, it was just him being a follower.
Practicing listening and being calm.
And the energy is, if we got a 0 to 10 energy scale, we got 0. You can see it. He's like sleeping.
Yep.
That's trained in. That's the calm. That's the calm and compliant. That's what we want. But we want the calm. We want the energy low. If his energy's up, he'll be laying down, but he'll be like this. Right? Like he just had like 3 espressos. He's just ready to go. He's on a 9. He's ready to go. that state of mind is going to lead to poor decision making. Okay?
For sure.
It really will.
Oh, for
Especially when you get them
sure.
together and the
Yep.
both amped up. So part of the training, reason why it looks good, is his attitude is
Calm.
good, like you said, and he understands, as part of the training, the state of mind training. We want the state of mind to be calm, compliant. I mean, you're listening, so you're chill and you're listening. If he stops listening, even if he's calm but he stops listening, we're going to correct him. If he raises his energy but he's still listening, we're going to correct him. Meaning, if I have him in a sit and he's like, energy starting to raise, no, that's not the sit that I want. All of my commands, I want calmness in them, because that's going to keep us nice and compliant. That's going to keep us nice and successful. Now, if you see, when I release him in the play yard, that's
Go
gonna
be
change.
crazy.
He's
It's
allowed to-
appropriate. It's like a kid at Chuck E. Cheese,
Yes.
right? But we don't want the kid acting like they're Chuck E. Cheese all the time. And that's what people allow their dogs to do.
Only when we give permission.
Yes.
So
Hiking trail,
Yes.
play yard. You know, you invite the energy. You want to
Yeah.
wrestle with your dog, but you better know how to get them back to
yeah,
this.
this should be the default.
This is the default.
So this should be like how they are all the time, and then every now and then there's pockets throughout the day or throughout your life where you'll say, okay, go ahead and have some
Let
fun.
loose. Let your hair down. Let your ears down.
But this is the default versus, yeah, versus the other where they're always crazy, and then every now and then they're like this because they're tired.
Yeah.
So he's not tired right now. He's just
No.
doing his best to stay chill, and
Yep.
he's giving me all the good stuff. So good boy.
Nice job, Bailey. Good boy, Bay. Good job.